my name is Patrick Cameron. My work is so global now, and my shows at times are so huge that sometimes I have to pinch myself to say that I'm a little boy from Taranaki. I do a lot of work for Wala. I open colleges in the United Kingdom. I'm doing a show at the Kremlin for 5,000 to 6,000 people. The Mondale Coiffure Beauty, 6,000 people in one of the biggest shows in Paris. Training for me has been paramount to my success. People like New Zealand hairdressers around the world. They're trained to cut, to perm, to colour. And in many countries, of course, perming and things like that are a dying art. Lots of elements of our industry are a dying art. When it comes to hairdressing, for all those little hairdressers that all they do is GHD straightening, well, they're in for a rude awakening. I find that New Zealand hairdressers, in general, are quite sought after around the world. Hairdressing is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Let's get it right. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. I know hairdressers in New York and LA that are clearing a few $100,000 a year. It's a massive industry. Hairdressing is ever-changing, ever-demanding. And hairdressers are made up of an amazing collection of people. Creativity, for me, is unquantifiable. You know, you could go to university and get this degree, this degree, and this degree. You could go into hairdressing without any degrees, with your creativity, with your motivation, and become incredibly successful. And I've got friends in England who are high-flying city people, you know, who have been made redundant. I don't know any hairdresser who's worth their salt who's made redundant. There was a study done by The Mirror, which is a tabloid newspaper in the United Kingdom. Hairdressing was number one in the list. And we're going doctors, lawyers, we're going all the movers and shakers and so on. Hairdressing was number one in the most enjoyable job that people felt fulfilled in and felt that they were achieving this amazing lifestyle and so on, of what they wanted. I would say to anybody thinking of becoming a hairdresser, if it's in your blood, do it. Yeah, absolutely do it. And I'd say congratulations, you've chosen the best career in the world. You know, I think it's so variable. There are so many things available to young kids now within the industry. You know, not only obviously learning the skill, but there's also higher management. There's working in the business side of the hairdressing side. There are so many other facets to the industry that you could be involved in. You know, perhaps you want to do photographic work, you want to do television work, you want to do film or session work. You know, there's so many things now available to people that are motivated and want it. I'd always say to young kids, find a salon that they relate to, you know, and that may be a salon with only one hairdresser and perhaps or two hairdressers, or it may be a salon with many hairdressers. Find the place that you feel comfortable in. Then once you're there, you know, try and learn the craft. I'm saying you need to learn it all. Take it. Find people who are teachers, who are educators, and take everything from them that you possibly can. And only till you understand the craft can you truly make an informed decision about where your career is going. I think skills you need, you obviously need a sense of creativity. You've got to enjoy people. You know, it's very hard if you're a tiny little shrinking violet that just really has no sort of sense of who they are and what they are. Hairdressing is a very brash career. It pulls you, it drags you out of your shell. The growth that I see in young kids from the day that they start to the day that they graduate is unbelievable. So to get a good start in hairdressing, and if you've got that sort of temperament that enjoys people, that enjoys being creative, that enjoys learning and enjoys pushing boundaries, and a sense of who they are. You know, some kids have a strong sense of who they are and that sort of sense of image. And so for me, those are the sort of kids that are just so perfectly suited to our industry. I think whether you're a young guy or a young girl, I think you're destined for success if this is where you're coming from and it's in your heart. Yeah, and I'd say the world's your oyster. The world's your oyster. Listen, if a little boy from Matapu, Taranaki, in the middle of nowhere, can now be one of the world's leading platform artists with a calendar that's booked a year to 2 years ahead, you know, all over the world, then if I can do it, hey, there's someone out there that may be able to do it.